back, you guys. I'm just fishing for more views. Sorry. Again, this is all about the boat. So if you guys aren't into boats and you guys aren't into fishing and stuff, you guys could just not watch and not watch. But everybody that asked about the boat, we're gonna go and show you it. So this is not actually my boat. I am partners with that portion of the boat and the running gear. Years ago, a friend of mine, Carlos, left his aluminum boat here, and he was actually taking the aluminum boat lobstering, and we're gonna enter a picture of it with his Honda at the time, the Honda right there, the 5-speed Accord, and he was hooking it up and taking it fishing and leaving the boat at my house because it's really close to the marina. I since then bought the Honda from him, and he had left the boat there. During the injuries, I decided, you know what, I can't work on cars all the time, but I want to bypass my time. I can go down to the marina and hang out and fish, you know, throw it down, let it sit, and just chill in this beautiful sun that we have. Well, I was driving the Honda and the aluminum boat, as you guys can see the pictures, and he said, let's upgrade. And I was like, all right. Funny thing this was right before we were supposed to go to SEMA 2023. He buys the boat, and he buys this boat, and we sell the aluminum boat, and he brings it home and he goes, we're gonna go get a new motor. I'm like, I love this guy. So this motor here, we went halves on, and that's a brand new Yamaha VMAX 2023. That motor by itself was $12,700. That's basically not with any running gear, none of the electronics, the tanks, the helm gear, or nothing at all. That's just the motor. We'll enter some pictures of like when I bought it, or I should say when he bought it, when we got it, and then the strip down. It didn't have the T-top. It had a basic blue Bimini. We can show you guys how that looked. And that Bimini works really well. For a Boston Whaler 17-foot Montauk, which is what this is, it's a Boston Whaler 17.7 Montauk. The little Bimini worked great, but we found this on Marketplace again, and these T-tops are incredible. It's got extra storage up here. It's got 4 speakers that we put on. We put 3 facing lights forward and 1 deck light that comes down into the back. We'll show some pictures of that at night. Also, we replaced all the lighting, like the light there that goes on the back of the boat, the anchor light that goes up there. We replaced all of these lights here. What else did we do? It's got a Simrad 9-inch fish finder with the CB with the marine, whatever, the emergency broadcast system stuff. We did a switch panel in here, and that basically just allows us to use all of this. It's got a stereo here. It's got an automatic bilge system here. It's got 2 marine batteries with a switch panel that we can run both batteries, 1 battery, blah, blah, blah. We haven't had any battery issues, which is crazy. I should have said that, knock on wood. Because the batteries in boats, man, in saltwater, anybody who knows that, they don't get along. We have 2 5-gallon marine tanks with a 90 horsepower, and we can go about 4 hours on 1 tank. Now, we haven't gone all the way to the island, Catalina, which is 25 miles yet, but we figure it's gonna be about a 4 to 5 gallon trip to do 25 miles. This boat, fully loaded down with everybody in it, will do anywhere from 38 to 43 miles per hour. Now, comfortable cruising speeds are about 25 to 35. 25 is really cruising, 35 is the top of cruising before things seem like they're just trying to fly out of the boat, you know? It's such a small boat that when you get to 35 miles per hour on the water, you're like, okay, you know, it's not, you know, big. But for all you boat guys, what a wonderful boat. Boston Whaler is a buoy with the motor on it. We've been out, and I don't suggest anybody to do this, in small vessel warnings. Meaning they were like 3 to 5 foot waves, and they were breaking over the bow. And the reason why we were doing this is because we like the lobster fish. And if you guys go back, we'll show some lobster stuff here. The best lobstering is the worst weather. When you go out there and it's plain and calm and smooth, it doesn't seem like we catch as much as when it's just nasty. If it's pouring down rain and you're suited up, you're pulling traps, and I'm not saying I pull traps, I just drive like this, but that guy's pulling traps, and you're just getting lobster after lobster. And it doesn't really matter if the waves break over the bow. This is a wet deck design, meaning whatever water goes in can go right back out the side, and you literally could fill this boat up, which we've had it, you know, this deep, and it just makes it slower, and then for a second, and then all of a sudden the water goes out. What's funny is you see the gas tanks floating, so you're like, oh shit, that's not so good, but it doesn't do anything. You just drive away and it goes. Other than that, it's marlin and tuna season, so later on this year you guys will hopefully see some Catalina pictures catching us some big fish. Any questions on the boat stuff, just go ahead and put it in there. I read all the comments and I'm going to answer all the comments. So boat guys, here's your video.